Welcome to the Popish Plot. I'm Mike.
I'm Jessica.
And I'm Nate.
It's Theology Thursday, and today's plot is Devotions Aren't Magic.
Wait, just 1 minute. I got one more to do.
One more what?
Well, it's the Feast of St. Gertrude the Great, and it's the month that we're devoted to the holy souls in purgatory. I'm praying her prayer. Eternal Father, I offer thee the most precious blood of thy divine Son, Jesus, in union with the masses said throughout the world today, for all the holy souls in purgatory, for sinners everywhere, for sinners in the universal church, those in my own home, and with my family. Amen.
I heard that the Lord told her that every time that was prayed, he would release 1,000 souls from purgatory.
Yes, and I am using my Ladder to Heaven rosary to count, because it's fun to play with, and so that's 53 prayers to St. Gertrude.
So, wait. There's more than 53 beads. What about the large ones?
Well, you never pray the same prayer on the big ones.
Fair enough. So that's 53,000 new saints?
No, it's not. Remember, today's plot is Devotions Aren't Magic.
Yeah, and the 1,000 soul things, that was a private revelation, so even if God promised it to her, it doesn't count to us.
And as Pope Leo XIII wrote in Acta Sanctae Sedis, the leaflets and booklets which promise the faithful that they will free one or more souls from purgatory by the recitation of some or another prayer are to be rejected, and the indulgences which are wont to be attached to said promise are to be held as apocryphal.
Which is not to say the prayer to St. Gertrude the Great is to be avoided. It is often included in list of prayers that one can pray for souls in purgatory. It's just, you can't promise that saying it will release X number of souls from purgatory.
Right.
But that's alright, because I've got a lot of sacramentals that will help me out. I mean, I've got, I've got St. Jude, and St. Benedict, and St. Christopher.
Wait.
I've got St. Therese and St. Michael.
Wait.
And then over here we've got...
Wait.
Yeah, you can't just do some churchy word like sacramentals and not explain what it is.
Okay, fair enough. Sacramental is a sacred sign. It's something that helps you grow in grace by either causing you to remember the sacraments or helping you to increase your devotion to them. They include things like prayer cards, holy water, medals, rosaries, scapulars. There's a lot of other things. Holy candle, blessed candles. There's a lot of other things.
But in all of these things, assuming that you will automatically find your car keys just because you say a stupid rhyme, that's not really a way to grow in grace.
Well, no. I mean, St. Anthony finds your lost things. Unless, of course, you lost your St. Anthony medal, in which case you're out of luck.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. You could describe how a devotion should work by saying, it's magic. Then you're doing the devotion wrong. And you're most likely committing the grave sin of superstition. We do not exert power over the natural world. Only God does. If you say that saying some prayer, novena, or action automatically results in getting X or Y, that's not a devotion. That's a magical spell. It's the same old pagan superstitious meat wrapped up in a tasty, tasty burrito of Christian devotion. And it's not right.
You're right. It's Thursday, not Tuesday.
But, tacos are delicious every day of the week, except Friday, because we're macro snappers. We don't really eat meat on Friday.
Yeah, but still. If we're going to go and point out how devotions are not magic, can we point out how St. Joseph probably would be much more willing to help you sell your house if you didn't bury him upside down in your front yard? I mean, that just seems disrespectful.
Yeah, that's never really seemed quite right to me.
No. Or how about if you have to litter your prayer all over the church for it to work, don't do that novena. That's a chain letter.
I'm guessing this is a library issue?
No, actually, it's really not too bad in the library. I've seen it more when looking in the Adoration Chapel. I think it's because the library might not count as a church. I mean, it clearly on the paper said that you had to go and send, 20 of these each day to the church.
And just stop and step back and think about it. If Dropping off junk in the church library is what it takes to make your prayer work. Is that really the kind of prayer that you should be doing?
So, what if it's like St. Gertrude's prayer, where the prayer is good, but the extra stuff is junk?
Then pray the prayer and don't do all the extra stuff. Especially if that means that you have to threaten 10 friends with some kind of curse if they don't do whatever you, or rather the chain letter writer, wants them to do.
Oh, so while we're at it, do not bother sending me stuff asking me to type amen or to copy and paste it onto somebody else's Facebook or just to prove that I love Jesus or that I prayed for some kid who may or may not exist, because I'm not doing it.
And all of those are great examples of what a devotion is not. The point of a devotion, of any devotion, is to help you grow in holiness, to draw closer to God our Father. Now, I admit, sometimes that can look odd to an outsider, especially if it's based on a different culture that has different meanings to certain thoughts or actions. Completely different underlying thoughts. But no matter what that devotion is, if it is sincere, you don't believe that it's magic.
Okay, that makes sense. But now I want a burrito.
We all do, so why don't we finish up and then we can go and eat burritos.
All right, that sounds good. I think that covers everything we need to do then.
Yeah.
Why don't you comment below with your least favorite superstition that is passed off as a devotion?
Or, religious chainmail. Until...
But the not cool kind. The letters, not like, you're a knight.
Correct. The not cool kind. And remember, hit the subscribe button down below and the bell right next to it so you can be notified when our next episode airs. And until next time, live your faith.
Love your faith.
Share that love.